In this video, we're going to review the multiplication and division rules to get you prepared for the quizzes. I'm also going to answer a student question. A student asked me, Ms. Hippenmeyer, does parentheses always mean multiplication? I thought it was a really good question. Parentheses does not always mean multiplication. Take a look. In this example, there's an operation between the parentheses, an addition sign. So this really means addition. 9 plus a negative 3, you get 6. In this example, there's an operation between the two sets of parentheses. It's subtraction. And 9 minus a negative 3 is the same as 9 plus 3, which gives you 12. This example also shows that parentheses does not always mean multiplication. If there's an operation like division in between, this means division. 9 divided by negative 3. We get a negative 3 because unlike signs yield a negative. Now what's different about this example is that you see no operation in between the parentheses. In each of these there was an operation between the parentheses. Addition, subtraction, division. But over here there's no operation. If there's no operation between the parentheses, that is when parentheses means multiplication. So 9 times a negative 3 we get negative 27. Now looking at the multiplication and division rules. Like signs, you get a positive. Let me show you what that means. That means when you multiply a negative number by a negative number, you get a positive. When you multiply a positive number by a positive number, you also get a positive. If you were to divide a negative number by a negative number, you'd get a positive. And if you were to divide a positive number by a positive number, you would get a positive. So basically, the signs here have to be alike. So they could both be positive or both be negative, both be positive or both be negative, and that would yield a positive answer. Let's say instead the signs are unlike, meaning they're mixed. So let's say that you multiply a positive number times a negative number. In this case, you would get a negative result. A negative number multiplied by a positive number would also be a negative result. A positive divided by a negative would give you a negative, and a negative divided by a positive would also give you a negative. So this should help us to complete our quizzes. So I'm going to go over to the puzzle piece where we find our extensions, and I'm going to click Duelist, and then I'm going to click the 4 to 6. I'm going to put this on the 6th side. And remember, to get out of it, you click the Duelist extension again, and you would just click this 1. And look, it goes back together. But really, I wanted to use Duelist, so I'm going to go back to how it was. Okay, so now, it did not, I realized that I had another application open, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag what I want over onto that side. So I'm going to drag this over to this side. And the quiz I already started, so let's go ahead and use our rules. We have a negative 9 and a negative 5, so those are like signs, so we get a positive. So this is a positive 45. Next example. Negative 16 divided by a positive 8. Those are mixed symbols. They're unlike symbols. One's a negative and one's a positive. So we get a result that is negative. Unlike signs again, unlike signs, you get a negative answer. Like signs, we get a positive 39. Unlike signs, we get a negative. Alright, let's figure out what this product is. 2 times negative 6 gives us a product of negative 12 because unlike signs yield a negative. Alright, let's see what quotient we get here. Negative 40 divided by negative 5. Like signs. That's a negative divided by a negative. They're like signs, so we get a positive for our answer. And I'm finished with the quiz. So your quizzes is longer than that, but I'm hoping that that review was enough so that you can do a good job on this quizzes on your multiplication and division rules.